Guardian Angel by Emma Tobin. If you've ever felt truly invincible, you will know how I felt in that moment. If not, then you can't imagine how I felt as I flew beneath the storm-laden clouds that shrouded my city in a gloomy half-light. It was like I had to be gentle with the world, like if I squeezed too hard, it would crumble in my fingers. In that moment, I held the world together, and though it was terrifying, it was also exhilarating. I will never forget it, that long, perfect moment in which the world rested on my shoulders and I bore the weight. I will always remember, regardless of how much I want to forget. It was the most painful moment of my life. My mind encompassed the world and everything in it. The revolving planet, the gravity holding humanity down, the lakes and rivers and seas, the molten core of the earth, all of it under my control. Then it was gone, and I was falling, frozen, gaping, realising how small my mind was. It's the kind of thing that takes your breath. The air whipped past me. The meters between me and the pavement melted away as I wrestled for control. I grasped my mind and forced my body to stop. I halted in mid-air and hung helpless, holding on by a thread. Then slowly I began to ascend. That was when I noticed the oddly shaped form floating above me, waiting for me, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to face it. I wanted to run away and hide from the pain, reverberating like the tolling of a giant bell through my skull. I wanted to hide from the fact that I'd have to spend my life living and reliving that moment, the moment I'll never forget. I didn't run, partly because I was curious, and partly because I knew that running wouldn't help. As I drew level with it, I saw the runes etched into its metal surface. It shimmered and floated, its undulating body caressing my battered frame, bathing me in soft yellow light. I could feel the energy draining from my limbs, and I realised that it was sucking the life out of me. It was tempting to embrace that light because it promised warmth and safety, and an escape from the terrible sense of responsibility that comes with holding the world together in a shaking grip. It was killing me, and I wanted to let it. I knew that if I died, the world would too. Without someone to hold the world together, it would fall apart. I knew that this was more than just what I wanted. This was the fate of the world. So, with all the strength left in my limbs, I pushed it away and watched as it spun through the night, veering towards an apartment building. Then it stopped dead in mid-air. Before I could draw in a ragged breath, it slammed into me, and I was the one spinning, still defying gravity, but only just. I absorbed the kinetic energy from my own momentum and felt in my veins the energy buzz like 1,000 wasps. In one fluid moment, I drew my curved hand and a half sword and smashed it into the hardened metal surface of the machine that was trying to kill me. With a deafening pop, the sword gouged a jagged hole, and I, thrown back by the strength of my blow, watched as the machine exploded into 1,000,000 shimmering shards of metal. Like confetti, it rained down onto the city, and I revelled in my own strength. It was then that I remembered why I held the world together. If I didn't, who else would?